So today I'm going to work on the environment because it looks kind of boring right now. So I did some background drawings. So I'm going to get rid of pretty much everything that I have here. Except, what's this one here? Get everything except for the ground for now. And I'm going to put the character 0. And so I need to start making some layers. So I'm going to create an entity called sidewalk. And in my environment folder, I have the tutorial level folder, and I have the cutouts. So to select all of them, and I guess I'll call them. First I want to see what it looks like just as images. So I'll grab my sidewalk, dump it in. Okay, it looks fine, I guess. Just as a regular image, it doesn't have to be a sprite, I guess. Well, it says sprite renderer, so I guess it is a sprite. Push this down here. And create a box collider. Bring it down. And I'm going to set the ground, the layer to ground. And let's go ahead and copy and paste these. I want them to be nice and snug. I'll do a few more. And one last one. So I found out that the depth of the layers, first let me set all this to 0. I'm going to match it with the character. I think the character is, yeah, it's also, the Z is 0. So you basically set the layers with the Z, like whatever ones you want on top. You give it I guess, I'll find out. So first I want to make sure that he stands on the sidewalk. Oh, he's falling right through. see. Okay, so I know what I did wrong. Instead of creating a box collider, instead of doing a box collider 2D, I did a regular box collider. So I deleted the box collider, now I'm going to add the box collider 2D. And I've got to readjust these. Okay, that should work. Okay, that looks pretty good. I have to create another layer called the road. And this one doesn't have to have a box collider because it's going to be underneath. So this is like the road level here, and then this is like, I guess, the curb before the sidewalk. So I'll leave it like that. Okay, that's good enough, I think. Then I need to add another layer called buildings. And the first one, actually, put it here. So the one thing that I want to see is if I make the Z positive, doesn't do anything. If I make it negative, okay. So the positive is into the screen and negative is under the screen. So I want this to be behind the player at all times. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to make it -10. Or actually, the camera, I want to go to camera, far clip, is that what's causing it? Oh, I have to move the entire layer instead of, or the entire parent instead of just the object inside the parent. So I'm going to try -1. Or is it 1? Oh yeah, positive is into the screen. So one seems to be okay. And then I have some upper levels. I thought it made it. I gotta set it to 1. And I guess I'll make this whoops, 4 stories. And I have a very copy and paste all 4, shift it over, and I'll make some more layers. Building 1, building 2, checking all the Z values. Why is this? Okay. I think I have one more layer called buildings in distance. So I'm gonna drag this into the buildings and distance layer, and I'm going to start at 0, 0, put it up here somewhere. And it's got to be farther away than these buildings. So the buildings are 1 unit, so I'll make this 2 units. And I'll just go ahead and duplicate these. I'm going to go ahead and create one more building. Copy and paste that. I'll shift this over, and just for the sake of variety, I'm going to make this one a bit taller, add more stories. I'll just leave it like that for now. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm going to set the background to white. Let's try that once more. But one thing that I immediately notice is these buildings have to be a bit bigger because he's too tall for these doors, so forgot about that. Scale it up. I want these doors to be, I think, compared to him, if he's standing on here, then these handles should be about where his belly is. These doors, they're front doors, so they should be pretty high, I think. Put that there. So what's the scale here? Copy, scale, paste, scale. Same thing for this. Paste, scale. Actually, I should do it for all these. The road, paste, scale, sidewalk. That looks okay, I guess, so far. I think his jump is kind of, I'll leave it like that for now. So in the building 1, I'm going to add 2D box collider. This all the way up. I'm going to name it ground. Oops. I'm going to make this one bigger because I want to use it as a ledge. So this one I'll set these layers as ground. And I also need to create a box collider. These layers are ground, but for the main, the parent, I'm going to set it to wall. Oops. So what I want to try and make him do is I want to try and make him a wall jump here. Oops. So now he's on the roof. Whoa. I'm going to go into scripts, player movement. His jump is too high, so I gotta bring it down. Jump power. Let's try 30. I'll demonstrate that once more. There's problems with that recording. So jump, 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 jump. Oh. I don't know what happened there. Okay, that looks fine for now. It's not perfect, but it's okay. So what I want to do is I want to create some parallax. So as the character is moving, the sidewalk and the buildings, they move at the same rate of the character. As the player moves forward, buildings move backward, which is what's already happening. But at the same time, I want this road to move back faster, because this road edge and like this cross section of like the dirt, it's moving faster because it's closer. But the buildings in the background, they're moving slower. So what I'm going to do is in the tutorial level folder, I'm going to create another folder called scripts. Open that up. And I'm going to create a script. It's going to be called parallax. And I'll start off by adding these to the road. We're not script yet. Can I do it now? Yes, okay. And here as well, buildings and distance. Open that up. So in order to make this work, I'm going to copy some stuff from my player movement and paste it into my parallax script, and I'm basically going to manipulate the horizontal input. So I already have a flow called horizontal input. Oh, I guess I have to have a rigid body as well. Actually, I'm going to copy both of these. Move speed, I'm going to set to 1. And in the update, I've got the horizontal input, which is this float that I created. Horizontal input equals get axis horizontal. So it's either the left or right, or the A or D keys. So if I'm pressing A, that's a negative. If I'm pressing D, that's positive in the right. And then after that, I think I could just plug this in. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'll try. RV velocity equals the value of this horizontal input times move speed, and which is the x input. So this is x, and y is just whatever the y velocity is at that moment. I think that should work. Oh, I need to make the float public so I can manipulate it. Okay, so with that compiled, I'm going to go back in. Okay, so I gotta think about this for a second. The road. If I just play it now, the road doesn't move. What if I do negative 5? That doesn't do anything. Okay, so what I forgot to do is I forgot to, the start function, set my RB to get component rigid body 2D, and also I forgot to add a rigid body 2D onto my road. So you just have to make sure that gravity is 0 and freeze rotation is Z. And so if I play now, see, the road moves a little bit faster. Maybe I'll slow that down. Maybe it's going a little bit too fast. If I go 3, I think that looks alright. I'm going to do the same thing for these background buildings in the distance. So rigid body, 2D, freeze rotation Z, gravity scale 0. But the buildings, this road is moving faster, so the road is moving the opposite direction. So like these buildings here, automatically, obviously, like these buildings move at a certain rate as the character moves forward, but this one moves faster a little bit, or moves backwards a little bit faster, so it has to be a negative value, -3. But these buildings here, they move a little bit slower because they're far away. This road is close, this is far, so therefore this has to move forward like a tiny bit. So I'm going to, I want to see what 1 looks like, because the default value is 1. So I'll play that versus C. So everything looks good with the road. I think that looks really good actually. As you can see, like right here, I quite like that. I want to try, just for the sake of seeing what it looks like, I'll try 2. I think that looks alright. Another thing that I could do while I'm here, actually I'll leave it for now. I think that looks good. I'm sure you guys get the point. I think these drawings could be a little bit better too. Like I whipped these up earlier today, so they're not like super crisp, but I think they're okay for now, just to get the point across. But I hope you guys found that helpful. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. Besides that, hope you like my video, and be on the lookout for more videos because I'll be posting more. Okay, thanks.